Alrighty, everyone. Welcome into our latest playthrough of Old World, the Sacred, and the Profane. I'm Herm, and I'm excited to bring you this episode here. Now, we just barely finished our Rome playthrough, and this time we're going to be playing again. We have upped the difficulty. Let's take a look at our game settings here. Hopefully we can do so. I don't believe that we can take a look at it. Maybe we can. Maybe we can't. Okay, we'll just quick save, and I'll go back and I'll show you. Give me 1 second. What the settings that we're using are. Now, the problem is that I've already recorded this, and this is my second time, so that's the reason that it's getting you to you guys so late, and I definitely apologize about that. I don't know why. It said it was recording for me. I actually double-checked everything just to make sure, but when I went to the file, it wasn't there. So it just didn't save for some reason. Not 100% positive why that happened. But complications aside, here is the settings that we are going to be here. We will be picking our civilization when we get there, and then we will be running on the Magnificent as the difficulty. Our AI aggression will be peaceful. Tribal strength will be normal. The AI development has been upped from fledgling to established to boost their difficulty up a little bit. We're still playing on random map because that was fun. So random map script, random and medium map size. Everything else is going to stay the same. So that is the that is the one that we are going to be running with. So let's load in here. I did just quick save this, right? Like, Okay, load back in here. I do apologize. We made it through about 16 turns of the other episode, but unfortunately, not this one. Okay, now I'm going to spoil it for you guys. I went with Babylon. And the reason that I went with Babylon is because I have a bunch of mines up here, but I also have these camps, right? Babylon not only has the hunters, right, as families, which is this family right here, but they also, as a civilization, start with trapping. They have science and growth per year in every single one of their cities, and then every city gets +2 culture with the treasury. And on top of that, their archers are absolutely insane. The Akkadian archer as well as the Sumerian archer come with splash, right? And splash, what it does is it attacks all 6 tiles surrounding the target. So getting the Sumerian archer is fantastic as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the hunters. There was an argument to be made about whether or not we go with the hunters or the artisans with the Kassite or the Chaldean family. The reason that I went with the hunters is because I believe this city is going to be growth, and growth, which we'll then be able to use to get more workers. And more workers we can still use to get these mines, but taking advantage of the plus 100% output down here is a lot better than getting just, taking advantage of, I think there's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mines, and the rest are going to be quarries taking advantage of this stuff up here. So I know where a lot of the information is already on this map, so I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of burn through it. I will still do my best to explain the decisions that I am making and why I'm making those decisions. I'm going to go first for a warrior because I think that having the early military is most important. I'm going to go ahead and go with King Nebuchadnezzar. There is an argument to be made for the orator here because she provides me +1 happiness. However, the -3 or -0.3 science and -1.1 gold is too much really to ask for at the beginning of the game, so I'm going to go with the king here to give me more growth. And then I'm going to take this settler. Now, a small efficiency here with camps. For some reason, it's one of the only improvements where if you build the improvement, it doesn't also clear the wood that's on the tile. So before building a camp, what I like to make sure I do is cut the trees, clear the land to take advantage and gain that lumber into my pool, and then I'll go ahead and start building the camp here. Now, with this scout, I do know a couple of things already that are on the map. I'm going to head up towards this shrine, and we'll continue to explore. Okay, Princess Kashaya is now old enough to be tutored by courtiers. That is going to be something that we are going to be dumping a bunch of orders into every single time. We need to be prioritizing this because this is my heir. So +3 skill points from 10 to 18. That is a lot of skill points that we are going to be giving her. So we are going to be tutoring her every single opportunity that we get. Let's go ahead and get the shrine. I'm not going to adopt this child here because I don't want to take the -4 legitimacy. Legitimacy is too important for me. So I'm going to go ahead and reject it, gain 5 legitimacy instead, and then move on over here in this direction. And the reason that I scout in this direction first is because you see this river. This river connects to another city. It's almost guaranteed. The map seeds are built in a way to provide at least a few connected cities by river. So I believe that if I follow this river, eventually I'm going to find a city site near. And lo and behold, I do. I find the Numidians up here, which is great for me. I am going to take this little event here. Not this one, right? And I'm going to maintain the initial truce, mostly because I want the stone, and stone is really important to me. I'm then going to take you and move you up in here. I do find the Hamrin Mountains, which is fantastic for me because it gives me a bunch of legitimacy. And I got like 7 legitimacy in that turn, and that 7 legitimacy is great for me because it's giving me 0.7 orders per turn. Now, I do want my heir studying philosophy, and the reason that I do is because my highest... So, 2 reasons, actually. When I tutor her, my highest stat percentage that I can bestow upon my heir is wisdom because I am a scholar leader, right? So the highest, the largest chance that she has of any of the stats that she can get is science. Okay, she already has +4 because the game has already made her a schemer, right? She's 10 years old, but she's already a schemer, which is, terrifying for me as a father. However, the next option or the next reason why is because I think that Zealot is a fantastic option for my heir, mostly because if she becomes a general, she has a 10% chance to enlist a unit every time that she kills it. Tacticians are okay, not my favorite, but they're okay because they stun targets that you attack as a general. A judge, I already showed the power of that in my previous playthrough, which you should definitely check out, by the way, and that's up in the top right corner. The builder is great because it allows me to build improvements really fast, and scholars allow me to redraw technologies. So these are the best. She's already a schemer, so I don't really have to consider that too much. So I'm just going to go with philosophy because it gives me the highest chance of giving her science as her stat, and I want to be sciencey. Okay. She's going to return. I'm going to move you down to this. Gain a scout or a court scholar. I think I'm going to gain the court scholar. I don't really need the scout. And the court scholar, what they are going to do is they're going to provide me +3 wisdom, which is 1 science per turn, +2 charisma, which is 1.3 civics, and +2 discipline. This is fantastic. Come on in, brother. Alrighty. And now I'm going to go exploring with you. And I'll find a city site that's down here. Okay. Great city site to find. It's just already open, so I can take a settler and I can move it over this way immediately. So that's what I'm going to be doing there. And then this is my natural expand. So this is where my first settler is going to go. Okay. Second camp. Going to take advantage of the 100% bonus that I get from the hunters right away. Okay, found the Sahand. I was the first one to find it, which is great. No more orders. Next turn, I'll finish my tutoring of my child, so I'll need to tutor her again. I gained discipline, which is still fine, right? Any stat is fantastic. No need to stress it. Let me show you what I mean when I tutor her as the king. You see the chances here listed. I have 24% that she gains wisdom, 15 that she gains charisma, 15 that she gains courage, 15 that she gains discipline, and then there's a 30% chance that I gain a tutoring event. So I'm going to go ahead and take that there. Okay, Normally, I would maintain the peace here, but I don't want to give them any of our resources, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to declare war on the Thracians. And then from there, I'm going to move my slinger, and let's see. I'm going to go ahead and add Shuma the scientist because it gives me plus 6% defense and plus 10% crit chance. I'm going to go ahead and add you as my general. You are done, so you're going to take priority on the remaining 2 to come down here. I'm then going to start building a slinger here to help deal with the Thracians. Got Pious on the Queen Consort, which is fantastic. Now I'm going to go ahead and attack. And the reason that I'm attacking from these woods is because these are both ranged units. And you see that if I stand on the woods down here, I gain plus 50% defense strength versus range. So when they attack me, they only do 1 damage to my slinger, which is fantastic for me. Alrighty, there's my city site down here. I'm going to continue following this river for the same reason that I was following the river above. And bang, I found the Namak Lake, but I also found the Thracians that are down here. Spoiler alert, I already knew that they were here. Okay, I want to settle this, so I'm going to move here. Let's back that up. I'm going to move here and settle. I need to settle this turn, and I'm going to go for the traders. And now, I normally wouldn't do the traders, but check this out. This is something that I didn't know existed. I thought it was a grocer that I started out with, but no, it is a fair that I start out with, which is the tier 3 grocer building, which you normally can only build if you are at a legendary culture status in a city, but I get it right away when the seat is founded, and then my workers start with surveyor, which allow me to build multiple turns or roads per turn, which is going to be important for me because it looks like these 3 cities, at the very least, City 1, City 2, and City 3, will not be connected by the river, so I need to be able to connect it, which means that I need to build a road basically from here to here, and then from like here to here, right? So I need to build. I need to build roads. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the traders. They're going to be important for me. I might also be able to take advantage. Oop, got a court merchant, which is great. Gives me more civics and more gold, right? Having court ministers having courtiers is great. A lot of bonuses there. I'm going to immediately get started on a worker here. All right, and this has been really, really good for me so far. Work of art. Okay, now, tough decision to be made here. I'm going to take the first one, and here's why. I don't want her to lose 2 discipline, even if she gains +1 charisma. Not something that I want to do. So I'll have her be estranged from me, mostly because I don't think that her opinion of me matters too much yet. Now, if it becomes so bad that she is trying to kill me because she's a schemer, then yes, it's a problem, but I can later on try and influence her to improve her opinion of me, and so I'll just take the 40 experience here rather than losing the +2 discipline. And she can become estranged from me. One HP, that's nice. I am going to redraw these technologies and go for stone cutting instead. Killing 5 military units is probably the best way to go, right? We already know that we're going to be killing 2, and then we're going to be coming over here and killing the Thracians again. Okay, this worker is my priority first. We're going to come over here, make sure that the farm is being built and that we're using this worker. Second priority is making sure we're continuing to clear. We also got a critical hit there, which is fantastic. That wouldn't have happened if we didn't put our general as the leader of that slinger. So that was a really good move by us. We're going to go ahead and discover the lake here as well as the Thracians, right? That's going to be the next target that we go for. And we're going to continue to follow this river up. Rule of thumb, there's probably settlements along the river, right? That's something that we know happens. We do have 2 orders, but not much that we can spend our 2 orders on. We don't have any of these unlocked, so we can't spend it on much, which is unfortunate. But we do have a worker coming in as well as a slinger coming in that's going to help us. Okay, my wife's now a drunk. Funnily enough, that gets me some charisma, which is some more civics, which is okay. Gained courage, right? Not the stat that I wanted, but it is still an okay stat. We're going to go ahead and tutor the child again. We could do here, but I'm just going to tutor via the king. And the reason that I'm going to tutor via me is this one cost me 200 gold and 2 orders. This one just cost me 2 orders. So I'm going to go ahead and do tutor via the king. Take the kill here. There's 1 out of 5, which is great for us. Let's make sure our opinions are great. Our opinions aren't that great at the moment with the traders, but that's completely fine because I know how we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that by setting her up with a match when she hits 18. We're going to marry her butt off to them. Okay, let's continue up here. There's some more Thracians. So we remain hidden in here. Thracians are all over the place for us. So what we'll end up doing is we'll clear this. We'll clear this, clear this. Nothing else that we can spend our orders on, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. She could become humble, which is science as well as discipline, and it is a strength. She could become bold, which is a strength, or she become loyal, which is a strength. I think I'm going to go with humble because science is good, right? And I want her to continue to getting science, right? So fantastic opportunity there. I'm going to stay in the trees to continue not taking a ton of damage. And then I'm going to continue up in this direction. And we meet the Danes. They're going to give us iron, which is great for us. Spoiler alert, there's also a Danish camp up here. We were not the first to find the Tosh Lake, which tells me that there's a civilization over here. Spoiler alert, I already know which civilization it is, but I'm not going to tell you, so you guys are going to have to guess. I'll find out next turn, it's fine. Or they'll just probably walk into my site this turn and you'll find out. Nope. Hey, hello Persia. Yes, I want to remain give the truce still. But discovering them is important for me, and the reason that it's important for me is to make sure that I get this land, right? I need this land to secure a defensive border against Persia. Okay, we'll attack here. Actually, that was the wrong move, and I'll tell you why. Coming here gives me 1 more damage, but it also still keeps me in the trees. So I'm going to go ahead and attack like that. This worker is done, which means that we need to prioritize getting the mine going in here. We have 3 turns on this worker and no more. Okay, charisma or wisdom? Charisma, wisdom. Both of them are fantastic, but I'm going to go with wisdom. She already has 7 wisdom, which is fantastic. My queen consort, yeah, sure, I'll spend a little gold to make you a cultivator. That's fine. You're going to study tactics. I don't have any more orders, but as soon as I do have more orders, I am going to go ahead and tutor the Duke here as well. So next turn, we'll finish the tutoring. Will allow me to marry you off and then start tutoring my second son. She gained courage. Not the best. I'm going to go ahead with Rhodes. Getting a court soldier is fantastic. So let's bring him in. The court soldier is going to give me 4 courage. Also a general that I can put on one of my units. I'm going to go ahead and attack. Move you down here. I would add a general, but I don't have enough training to do so. Okay, found more Thracians down here. That should occupy Persia. We need to focus on these 2, which means we need to get this taken care of as soon as possible. All right, Babylon's going to go with a settler. right? We're going to take this settler and we're going to come down here. We're going to settle here. We'll pump out another settler after this one and take the free city side over here while we take these 2 slingers and migrate over here to take these ones. It's going to be what we'll do. Okay, you family marriage here. That is going to cost me my 2 orders, but that's fine. Or I wait a turn, and by waiting a turn, I'm allowed to get 3 tutors off here. I think that's the optimal play, right? Because as long as he is under 18, I can tutor him, right? And tutoring events last 3 years. So the second event will end at 17, and I could start the second or the third tutoring event at 17. It won't finish until he's 20, but that's still completely fine. It'll still finish, and he'll still gain the point from it. Whereas I just marry her off at 20 instead of 19, which is still fine. Okay, looks like that unit got a promotion. She's bitter. Unfortunate. Okay, I don't know why I'm spending orders on my scout like that, so let's stop. Let's take the promotion. Combat is good. Guard is good. Heckler is okay. Let's take combat. That's just going to allow me to clear it right off the bat. +1 happiness level, -40 opinion of monotheism. Let's take the legitimacy. Purify the cult. They got another unit down here, which is okay. We'll move you here. We're going to add a general. We'll take the Thracian. As a general. Okay, we're going to take you. We'll do a family marriage to the Isin family to improve their relations with us. And that is all of our orders. Now, our Duke here, we're going to honor him for his courage and charisma. Or, yeah, honor him for his bravery and unity, which gives me courage and charisma, which is going to be good for him as a general. New marriage proposal. All right. He's 46 years old. So right away, that's a bummer, right? So he's losing points there. However, he's a diplomat, which is okay. As a governor, +40 family opinion. So that's okay. I mean, that's quite good, right? Family opinion is good for us. He's a delver, so mines and quarries, +50% output. He's pious, so +2 happiness per year, right? But he is corrupt, so +50% upkeep as a governor. Okay, so that's pretty frustrating. Or I could go with a man who is only 40 years old, who is a schemer, timid, wanton, and deceitful. So 3 weaknesses on this guy. So my option, I think, is you. You have enough upside that we take you. Right? Now, all of those options suck, but I don't want to run that event again. So sorry to marry you off to someone who's 25 years older than you, but such is the way of the world. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I am going to move you to the hill because you get bonuses from the hill. We'll attack. And then we'll attack. You gained a level, so we could do Highlander. We could do Tracker. Or we could do Charisma, which gives me global 1.3 civics, and the Slinger gains an additional +4% defense. That's what I'm going to do. Then with you, I need to influence you to improve your opinion of me. I can't because a mission is already active, so that'll become later. Warrior or worker finished. My priority is a camp because camps are going to give me orders per turn. I am going to go for the forum in here as my first building. An elder shopkeeper is funny. I contemplated it. Okay, we'll take the settler down here and we'll settle down there. Now, we need to make sure that Persia is not encroaching on this land up here. Because we're going to make our way down that way. I do have +2 orders, though. I'd like to be able to spend them. So let's, Tribe Slayer. So my Duke comes in, raids the Thracians, murders the queen of the Thracians, and there's a couple of things that I can do. The problem with this event for me is twofold. First, I do not want my Duke to be estranged from me because -100 opinion as a commander has combat penalties to the unit that he is leading. If he doesn't like me, then they perform worse, right? Either in attack or defense or crit chance or whatnot. You can see that in the Thracian that's governing or that's commanding this unit of the slingers, right? His upset opinion of me is -5% both attack and defense, which is very, very frustrating. I am training my Duke to be a commander, right? That is all that I need him to be. So this one stinks because it gives me -100 opinion. However, the other two options are worse. So much worse because the end result is truce with the Thracians. So I would have to wait 5 turns before I could declare war on them again. And I would lose discipline. Or I could become famous, or he could become famous. And if he becomes famous, family opinions increase. Do you know what? This is cool. They give a tribute to me. All families lose opinion of me, though. And I don't want that. So I could lose the discipline, which is only 8 gold, but that puts me into the negative. I think this is the best option for me. This is the best option for me. It puts me in a truce with the Thracians for 5 turns. In that time, I can move these slingers in this direction and just prepare to declare war on them the moment that I can declare war on them again and not have to be estranged from my son. That's the best option. Now, that is a different option than what I took last time. I just had him estranged from me last time, but here we are. Also, that unit just like straight up disappeared. I don't know if I killed it or not. Maybe I did. Nice. +1 wisdom on my daughter. Tutor mission has led to an event. Let's see. No longer famous, and he becomes slighted. Don't want that. So no, we trust him. Jeez. Almost tried to remove that one thing immediately from us. All right, let's move you in here. Let's heal you up. Let's move you in here to hold the city site until the settler can get down here. We're going to train another settler, which is just going to come right on over here. This worker needs to be working on something, but we wasted orders. What did we waste orders on? My settler. Okay, let's redo this turn because our priority is on the worker. Now, the worker is going to be building a mine here. Okay, that's my priority. My settler is already down. We can take you, move you in here, but we can't heal you. So we take you, we move you once, we take you, we move you once, we take you, we move you here, and then next turn we can start healing. Okay, we need production up in here, and the production is going to be No, not that. Settler. Okay, my third in line is now old enough to be tutored. Oh no. Okay, well, my optimization didn't come into play because last turn I didn't have enough orders in order to tutor the Duke again, but I am going to. No! Second in line is drunk. Gives me charisma, but not a lot of discipline. Third in line is going to study politics. Bring you down here. Move you in. Make sure you get healed. Okay, and then I'm going to... I already started tutoring you. I'd like to influence you. I cannot until I'm done tutoring my second in line. My third in line, I don't think that I'm going to tutor with the same degree of exactness. Okay, this is just testing. I'm going to try and declare a war. It says I could proceed with war preparations, right? And I could go to war, right? However, Thracians are at truce. Truce says you cannot attack each other without declaring war. That's what a truce means. Also, a truce cannot be ended by war until 5 turns have passed. I'm now at war with them. That's gotta be a bug, right? Has to be. That shouldn't happen. Oh well, I'm at war again and I don't have to wait. Doesn't feel right, but it is what it is at this point. Next unit. Okay. You're fine. Still down here. I'm going to move you here. I'm not going to move you there because it takes too many orders and I can't get out. Move you here. Here. I'm now known as the Explorer. I found the Peloponnesian Maquis. Nice. All right, now, do I want to take this? I'm 41 years old. Controlling 4 minor specialists doesn't seem like the best idea at the moment. The reason that it doesn't feel like the best is, I mean, I have 2 right here. I would probably get 3 and 4 if that was my sole focus in this city. Which it could be, to be honest. Is it doable? Probably. Should I? I don't know. I want to be smarter with my ambitions. I don't have to accept this. This one is too difficult. No way that I'm going to make this one by the time that I'm dead. This one is plausible, but still unlikely. So I'm going to say I'm not feeling very ambitious right now. And I think that that's okay. Ah, come on. You came out of your way to attack me way out here? I was way far away, man. All right. Move you in. You're going to take a heal. You're going to move in here. Now, I don't want to make the Chaldean family the owner of this seat, mostly because there's not a whole lot of mines and lumber mills, but I know that I want the Chaldeans to be up here, right? Because there's a lot of mines that I can take advantage and some lumber mills as well. So with that being said, I don't want to skip them because if I skip them, +2 discontent per year. So going to be you. Can't skip you. All right. Worker is here. Should automatically get going on the farm. It's going to give me some food. I'm going to go with the treasury as my first thing because it's going to give me +10 per year, and I'm suffering because both of my kids lack discipline. I need this worker to start working on this as well. I haven't discovered land force yet, or labor force yet, so I can't start building roads. So the next thing is going to be here, which will be marble, and that will give me some civics as well as stone. Really great improvement, by the way. Marble's insane. Oh, shoot. Don't kill me. That was a really big mistake. I'm going to rewind the turn. Back up. Not going to move the worker because the worker doesn't accomplish anything. I'm going to move the scout. I need to keep my scout going. Sorry, guys. I know that seems like a cheese. It is what it is. I mean, if the undo button is there, I'm going to use it, right? I still gain my wisdom. And, you know, see, this is how the game should work. Now, if you've seen the Rome playthrough, you'll know how long it took me to get a son. But my daughter, who is 25 years old, and a 50-year-old man have given me a grandson, which is the second in line already. So I don't know, man. Rome, I don't know. I don't know what Rome's doing, man. Okay, priority here is the worker. Let's go ahead and get this quarry up and going. Got a settler next turn. We have you, and you're going to move here first to get you closer to the Thracians down here. You are going to move into this so that if they come out and attack you, it's completely fine because you're in the trees and you have the +50% defense. And then next turn, we could come in here this way, and we'll start attacking as much as we can. Okay, next unit. You're going to just kind of pull a sentry here. I have 3 orders that I can use. Unfortunately, not much that I could use it on because I'm still tutoring here, so I can't spend any other orders. I do need to fix my gold problem as soon as possible. But that is going to be the end of this episode. You got 1 additional turn from the previous recording of it, so feel lucky on the first one. Thank you guys so much. If you are enjoying the content, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel so I can continue bringing you guys Old World. This is definitely something that I enjoy doing, and I'm just going to continue learning the game and, you know, bring in more content to you guys. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.